Oh, Captain, I don't think so, but thank you.
Brother, they're closer. Mother, the Prime Minister is naked.
Hush, Louis, that's not a nice word. He's not naked, he's half naked.
They all look rather horrible, don't they, Mother?
Yes, they do.
Father would not have liked us to be afraid, would he?
No, Louis, Father would not have liked us to be afraid.
Are you ever afraid?
Sometimes.
What do?
I whistle.
Oh, that's why you whistle.
Yes, that's why I whistle. Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune, and no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, and no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
That's a good idea, Mother. A very good idea.
Yes, it is a good idea, isn't it?
You know, I don't think I'll ever be afraid again.
Oh, good. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, and no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
Everyone awake? One whistle, ma'am.
Was I whistling? Sorry, I didn't realize.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Siam.
He called you sir.
Hush, dear.
Sir, the Granahong wish to know, are you the lady who will be school mistress of foreign children?
Yes.
Have you friends in Bangkok?
I know no one in Bangkok at all.
Sir, the Granahong wish to know, are you married?
I'm a widow.
What manner of man your deceased husband?
My husband was an officer in Her Majesty's Army in... Tell your master, his business with me is in my capacity as school teacher to the royal children. He has no right to pry into my personal affairs at all.
Ma'am,
Well, he has pass it, Captain Orton.
I don't like that man.
In foreign country, it's best you like everyone until you leave.
Your Excellency, I had no idea you spoke English.
It is not necessary for you to know everything at once. You come with me now. Your boxes are carried to palace. Later.
Oh, I'm not living at the palace.
Who say?
The king says. The king has promised me 20 pounds a month and a house of my own.
King does not always remember what he promised. If I tell him he break this promise, I will make anger in him. I think it better I make anger in him about larger matters.
But all I want is 10 minutes audience with him.
King very busy now. New Year celebrations just finishing. Fireworks every night. Cremation of late queen just starting.
I'm so sorry you lost your queen. When did she die?
4 years ago. With cremation of late queen ceremonies comes also fireworks.
And what am I to do in the meantime?
In the meantime, you wait. In palace.
Your Excellency, I will teach in the palace, but I must have a house of my own where I can go at the end of the day when my duties are over.
What do you wish to do in evening that cannot be done in palace?
How dare you! I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but you do not understand. I came all the way here from Singapore to teach and to support myself and my young son, and I shall take nothing less what I've been promised.
You will tell King this?
I will tell King this.
It will be very interesting meeting. You come now. You come now, or you can stay on boat. I do not care.
Ma'am, if you wish to remain on my ship and return to Singapore.
No, thank you, Captain Orton. Your Excellency, I will go with you. I have made a bargain, and I plan to live up to my part of it. But I do expect a bargain to be made on both sides. I will go with you, Your Excellency.
To the palace?
For the time being. Goodbye, Captain Orton, and thank you. Lewis?
Goodbye, Captain. Brother, look!
Shush!
To see you.
仔先生仔啊，How long?
2 weeks, 3 weeks. She's needed disciplining, Your Majesty. She objects to living in palace. Talks about house she say you promised her.
I do not recollect such promise. But tell her I will see her. I will see her in a moment. Who?
Your Majesty, this is Lun Fa, emissary from court of Burma.
Ah, you are here for copying of David's Bangkok temple. I give permission.
We bring you a present from Prince of Burma.
Am I to trust the Prince of Burma? Am I to trust this present he sent me, or is she a spy?
I am not a spy. My name is Captain. Are you pleased that I speak English? My name is Captain.
King is pleased with you. He likes you.
He is pleased with me, my Lord and Master. Declares he's pleased with me. What does he mean?
Madame Leon Owens.
You're a school teacher.
Yes, Your Majesty. When may I start my work?
I will tell you when I wish you to start.
There's a matter we have to settle first, Your Majesty.
You are part of the general plan I have for bringing to Siam what is good about Western culture. Already I have bring printing press here for printing.
Yes, I know, Your Majesty.
How do you know?
Before I signed our agreement, I found out all I could about Your Majesty's ambition for Siam.
Ha! This is scientific. You are pleased with your apartments and palace.
They are quite comfortable, Your Majesty, for the time being. But my young son and I find them rather confining, with Amazons guarding the door and not permitting us to leave our quarters.
Strangers not permitted to roam around palace before presented to the king. You could look out the windows.
Yes, Your Majesty, we have done so. I have seen the New Year celebration, royal cremation ceremonies, etc., etc., etc.
Etc. What is this etc.?
According to the dictionary, it means, and the rest, all the things you've been doing while I've been waiting. The fireworks?
Ha! Best fireworks I ever see at a funeral. How do you like my acrobats?
Splendid, Your Majesty. Best acrobats I ever see at funeral.
Ah. Have children prepare for presentation to school teacher.
How many children have you, Your Majesty?
I have 67 altogether, but I begin very late. But you shall not teach all of them. You shall only teach children of wives who are in favor with king, which at the moment there are very few indeed. Ah, Lady Tian. Ah, Madame Leon, this is Lady Tian, head wife.
There is a happy land far, far away, where saints in glory stand, bright, bright as day. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Missionary. Oh, a missionary taught you English. Yes, sir, missionary.
Lady Tian, you want to help Madame Leon Owens with her school teaching, and she, in her turn, will teach you the better English.
Your Majesty.
Oh, she's just grateful to me for my kindness.
Oh, I see. Your
You
Majesty.
come. You already speak well the English. She arrived today. She was present to me from Prince of Burma.
She is a present.
Madam, do you have English books I can read?
Of course I have.
I wish most to read a book called The Small House of Uncle Thomas. It is by American lady Harriet Beecher Stowe.
A woman has written a book.
A very wonderful book, Your Majesty. An American book, all about slavery.
Ha! Slave. Abraham Lincoln against slavery, no? Me too. Slavery, bad thing. I think you should also teach my wives too. Those wives were in royal favor.
I would be most happy to, Your Majesty, even though that was not part of our agreement. Speaking of our agreement, it reminds me there's one little matter about my house.
I think I should also allow you to help me in my foreign correspondence.
Yes, Your Majesty, but I do not think you understand. I do not think you understand about my house.
House. What is this about house?
I want my house, the house you promised me, Your Majesty.
You live in palace. You teach in palace, you should live in palace. If you do not live in palace, you do not teach. And you go wherever you please. I do not care. You understand this?
Very well, but if these are the only terms which I'm allowed to remain...
Enough! I have no more time to talk. Talk to other women, my wives.
Oh. Goodness gracious, what are they trying to do to me? Oh.
They think you wear big skirts like that because you shake like that.
Well, look, I'm not.
We wish to know, sir, if you have children.
One boy.
I have boy too. Crown Prince Chopo Chulalongkorn, heir to throne. I would be happy if you would teach children.
I would like to very much. I came all the way here from Singapore to do so. But really, under these conditions...
You could be great help here, sir.
Lady Tian, why do you call me sir?
Because you scientific, not lowly like women.
Do you think all women are more lowly than men? Well, I don't.
Please do not tell King. Make King very angry.
King seems to be angry already. That lovely girl, he called her a present.
Yes, from Prince of Burma. But I think she loved another man. If so, she will never see other men again.
Poor child.
Oh, no, sir. She is foolish child to wish for another man when she has king.
But you can't help wishing for another man when he's the man you want.
It is strange for a school teacher to to talk so, romantic.
Oh, romantic, I suppose I am. Oh, I was very much in love with my late husband, Tom.
Tom.
Once a woman is loved like that, she understands all other women who are in love. And she's on their side, too.
Tom.
Even if she is just a school teacher.
Tom.
Yes, Tom.
He was pretty in face.
Oh, dear, yes, he was very pretty in the face. When I think of Tom, I think about a night when the earth smelled of summer, and the sky was streaked with white, and the soft mist of England was gleaming on a hill. I remember this, and I always will. There are new lovers now that sing silent hill, looking on the same blue sea. And I know Tom and I are a part of the whole, the wrong part of Tom and me. Hello, young lovers, wherever you are. I hope your troubles are few. All of my wishes go with you tonight. I had a love like you. Be brave, young lovers, and follow your star. Be brave and faithful and true. Cling very close to each other tonight. I had a love like you. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down a street in a trance. You fly down a street on a chance that you'll meet, and you meet not really by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All of my memories are happy tonight. I had a love of my own. I had a love of my own like yours. I had a love of my
Children, they come from presentation to school teacher.
This is all very interesting, Your Majesty, but it has not solved my problem.
Silence! You stand here to meet royal children.
Very well.
The royal princesses and princesses. proverb you learned yesterday and are writing down 12 times in your copybook?
A thought for the day, east or west, home is best.
East, west, home best. Home means house. Every day for many, many months, always something about the house. Are my children be taught nothing more?
Yesterday we were taught that the earth is a round ball, spinning with a stick through it. Everyone knows that the earth rides in the back of a great turtle, which keeps it from running into the stars.
How is it that everybody can know one thing if many people believe something else?
Which is true.
World is round ball with stick through it, I believe.
You believe. Does that mean you do not know? But you must know, because you are king.
Someday you too will be king, and then you will know everything.
But how do I learn? When do I know that I know everything?
When you are king. Now leave me. When you are king. I do not know. I'm not sure. I am not sure of anything. When I was a boy, world was better spot. What was so. What was not. Now I am a man. World have changed a lot. Some things nearly so, others nearly not. There are times I almost think I am not sure of what I absolutely know. Very often by confusion and conclusion I concluded long ago. In my head are many facts and as a student I started to procure. In my head are many facts of which I wish I were more certain. I was sure. He's a puzzlement. What to tell a growing son? What, for instance, shall I say to him of women? Shall I educate him on the ancient lines? Shall I tell the boy as far as he is able to respect his wives and love his concubines? Shall I tell him everyone is like the other, and the better one of two is really neither? If I tell him this, I think he won't believe it, and I nearly think I don't believe it either. When my father was a king, he was a king who knew exactly what he knew. And his brain was not the thing forever swinging to and fro and fro and to. Shall I then be like my father and be willfully unmovable and strong? Or it's better to be right, or am I right should I believe I may be wrong? Sometimes I think that people going mad. Sometimes I think that people not so bad. But no matter what I think, I must still go on living life. As the leader of my kingdom, I must go forth. Be father to my children, and husband to each wife, etc., etc., and so forth. If my Lord in heaven would not show the way, every day I try to live another day. If my Lord in heaven would not show the way, every day I do my best for one more day. But he's a puzzlement.
Now look, you're all up in that corner. Now spread out. The last line was English words are all we speak. That wasn't very clear. I want to hear the beginnings and the ends of your words. Now shoulders back, chins up, And great big smiles because this is your school song and you love your school. Now come along. 1, 2, 3.
We work and work from week to week at the Royal Bangkok Academy, and English words are all we speak at the Royal Bangkok Academy. If we pay attention to our teacher and obey her every rule, we'll be grateful for those golden years at our dear old school, the Royal Bangkok Academy, our dear old school.
That's fine. Now find your places. Lady Tian, will you start?
Blue is ocean. Red, Siam. Here is king of Siam. In right hand is weapon. Show how king destroy all who fight him. Green, Burma. Here is king of Burma. No clothes show how poor the king of Burma.
Thank you, Lady Tian. The map you've been looking at is an old one, but today we have a surprise. Louis, pull the map. A new map has just arrived from England. It is a present from His Majesty, your King.
The Lord of Light.
Oh yes, the Lord of Light.
See? White is Siam.
See, not so small. Hush, Your Highness.
But look at England. England is much smaller than Siam.
Siam is to me just like that little white spot. But now that I've lived here for more than a year and met the people of Siam, I'm beginning to understand them.
You like us?
I like you very much indeed. Very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that when you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I must. I've now become an expert on the subjects I like most. Getting to know you. Need to know you, need to know all about you. Getting to like fall down and slide. But not only do the lakes and rivers freeze, but the raindrops from the sky, as it falls down, turn into small white flakes that look like stars, that is called snow.
Snow?
Yes, snow.
Spots of lakes.
That's right. The snow, the water falls down from the
Mother
sky.
of truth, I do not believe in snow.
I know you say it's snowing.
How could Zuru be so unscientific?
We had a little misunderstanding, Your Majesty. I was describing snow to them, and they refused to believe there was such a thing.
No. Yes, from mountaintop.
No, from the sky.
From sky to mountaintop.
Sire, please. How does it come from the sky?
Like this. I remember pictures. Switzerland, land all white with snow.
That's right, Your Majesty.
Who does not believe it?
Well, after all, they've never seen it, Your Majesty.
Never see? They'll only learn what they see. Then why do we have schoolroom? Right. Do not ever let me hear of not believing school teacher, whom I bring here at great expense. 20 pounds each month. 20 English pounds. Sterling. Children must learn. Teacher must teach. Not waste time instructing children in silly English song, Home Sweet House, to remind me of promises I never made.
Your Majesty, you did promise me a house, a brick residence adjoining the royal palace. Those were your words in your letter.
I do not remember such words.
I remember them.
I will do remembering. Who's king here? I remind you. So you remember that. I do not remember such words. All I know is that you are my servant.
Oh, no, Your Majesty.
Well, what? I say, you are my servant.
Indeed not, Your Majesty. I am not your servant.
I would say your mother has bad manners. You would, but I don't think your father has any manners.
Louis! If you do not give me the house that you promised me, I shall return back to England.
We believe school teacher. I believe in snow. Please do not let her go.
I do not let her do anything that is not my pleasure. It is my pleasure you stay here. So choose it in palace. In palace.
No.
I give you servants. I give you bigger room.
That is not the point, Your Majesty.
Why do you wish to leave all of these children, all of whom love you so extraordinarily?
I do not wish to leave them. I love them too, all quite extraordinarily. But I cannot stand a land where a promise has no meaning.
You will say no more about this promise.
A wish for Zion to take her place among the modern nations of the world, to become a modern nation, but everything goes according to the wishes of the king.
You will say no more. No more.
I will say no more because I have no more to say.
Out, 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 out. So big a world. Siam very small. England very small. All people very small. No man big enough to be alone. No man big enough. King. King different. King need nobody at all. I think.
Where is Mrs. Anna?
She has quarreled with the king. She will not be with us ever again.
How can we meet if she's not with us? Miss Anna was our only friend.
We cannot be seen talking like this. Anyone can come in. Pretend you wait for her over there.
Only we could stop pretending.
We kiss in the shadow, we hide from the moon. Our meetings are few and over too soon. We speak in a whisper,
When can we meet, Tim? When?
It is not possible. We cannot meet alone, ever. Not ever.
We speak in a whisper, afraid to be heard. When people are near, we speak not a word. Alone in our secret, together we sigh for one smiling day to be free. To kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my lover loves me.
What is it?
Someone was here. I had a feeling someone was watching us. Please go, please. To kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my lover loves
I don't believe my mother thinks she was wrong. It begins to look as if people do not know if they are right or wrong, even after they have grown up.
I have noticed that too.
Puzzlement. Where I left my father just a little while ago. I heard him talking to himself. He was uncertain about many things. I don't believe grown-ups are certain. They only talk as if they are certain. There are times I almost think they are not sure of what they absolutely know.
I believe they are confused about conclusions they concluded long ago.
If my father and your mother are not sure of what they absolutely know, can you tell me why they fight?
They fight to prove up what they do not know is
Sometimes I think that people are going mad.
Oh, sometimes that I think people not so bad.
But no matter what I think, I must go on living life. And someday as a leader, I must go forward. Be father to my children and husband to each wife, etc., etc., and so on. If out in heaven Buddha show the way, every day I try to live for one more day. If out in heaven Buddha show the way, every day I do my best for one more day. But is a puzzlement.
employee. Oh, because I am a woman, you think like every woman, I have to be a slave or a concubine. You conceited, self-indulgent, libertine, oh, libertine. Oh, how I wish I called him that, right to his face, liberty. And while we're on the subject, sire, there are certain goings-on around this place that I wish to tell you I do not admire. I do not like polygamy or even Margaret bigamy. I realize that in your eyes that clearly makes a prick of me. But I am from a civilized land called Wales, where men like you are kept in county jails. In your pursuit of pleasure you have mistresses who treasure you. They have no kin or other men that they can even measure you. A flock of sheep men, you are the only ram. No wonder you're the wonder of Siam. Oh, I'm rather glad I didn't say that. Not to the women there. Oh, and the children. The children, I'll not forget the children. No matter where I go, I'll always see those little faces looking up at me. Oh, I must leave this place before they break my heart. Oh, it's getting late. But that king? Shall I tell you what I think of you? You're spoiled. You're a conscientious worker, but you're spoiled. Giving credit where it's due, there's much I like in you. But it's also very true that you're spoiled. Everybody's always bowing to the king. Everybody has to grovel to the king. By your Buddha, you are blessed. By your ladies, you're caressed. But the one who likes you best is the king. All that bowing and kowtowing to remind us of your royalty, I find a most disgusting exhibition. I wouldn't even ask a Siamese cat to demonstrate his loyalty by taking this ridiculous position. How would you like it if you were a man playing a part of a toad, crawling around on your hands and your knees, eating the dust in the road? Toads! Toads! All of your people are toads. Yes, your majesty. No, your majesty. Tell us hello to go, your majesty. Make some more decrees, your majesty. Don't let us off of our knees, your majesty. Give us a kick if you please, your majesty. Give us a kick if you would, your majesty. Oh! Oh, that was good, your majesty! Ooh, what do you
It is I, Mrs. Anna, Lady Tiang.
One moment. No house? Come in.
Mrs. Anna, will you go to King?
Has he sent for me?
No, but he would be glad to see you. He is deeply wounded man. Nobody has ever spoken to him the way you did today in schoolroom.
Lady Tiang, no one has ever spoken to me today the way the king did today in the schoolroom.
And there is more distressing news. Our agents in Singapore have found letters to British government from people with evil eyes on Siam. They describe King as barbarian and wish to make Siam protectorate.
He's many things I do not like, but he is not above everything.
No. Then you will help him?
Oh, you mean advise him?
No, it must not sound like advice. King cannot take advice. If you go to him, you must bring up subject. King will not going to upset you.
Lady Tian, I am not going to go to him. I shall not go to him. It's against everything I stand for.
He wished to be new blood king with Western ideas. But it is very difficult for him, Mrs. Anna, very difficult. And there's something else. Princess Tuptim. I do not tell King for his sake. This I will deal with in my own way. But for all these other things, he need help.
He has you.
But I am not equal to his special needs. He could be a great man, but he needs special help. He needs you.
Lady Tian, please do not think that I am being stubborn, but I am not going to go to him.
What more can I say to you? This is a man who thinks with his heart. His heart is not always wise. This is a man who stumbles and falls, but this is a man who tries. This is a man you'll forgive and help and protect as long as you live. He will not always say what you would have him say, but now and then he'll say something wonderful. The thoughtless things he'll do will hurt and worry you. Then all at once he'll do something wonderful. He has 1,000 dreams that won't come true. You know that he believes in them, and that's enough for you. You'll always go along, defend him when he's wrong, and tell him when he's strong. He is wonderful. He'll always be your love, and so he gets your love. A man who needs your love can be wonderful.
I will go to him.
Did you succeed? Will she go to him?
Yes, she will go to him. She knows he needs her. You tell him.
I will tell him that she is anxious to come. I will tell him that it is she who needs him.
That also will be true. This woman knows many things. But this, I think, she does not know. She'll always go along, defend him when he's wrong, and tell him when he's strong. He is wonderful. He'll always need her love, and so he gets her love.
Majesty is reading the Bible.
Oh, this is Anna. I think your Moses shall have been a fool.
Moses?
Moses. Here stands written by him that the world was created in 6 days. You know and I know that it took many ages to create world. I think he shall have been a fool to have written so. What is your opinion?
Well, Your Majesty, the Bible was written by men of faith, not men of science. But it's the same miracle of creation, whether it took 6 days or many centuries.
You come to apologize.
Your Majesty...
Good, you apologize.
Your Majesty...
I said,
Your Majesty, nothing can be said or alter the fact that in my country, a promise is a promise.
silence. Tell me about President Lincoln of America. Is he winning this war he is fighting at present? Does he have enough guns and elephants for transporting us here?
I do not think they have elephants in America.
No elephants? Then I shall send him some. Right after Mr. Lincoln.
Now,
Now, when else? Now is always best time. From the Harmon Gut, by the blessing of the highest super agency of the world, of the whole universe, the King of Siam, sovereign of all tributary countries, adjacent and around in every direction, etc., 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 do you have no respect for me? Why do you stand over my head? I cannot stand all the time. In this country, no one's head shall be higher than king's. From now on, you will conduct yourself as all other subjects.
you mean on the floor? I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I will try not to let my head be higher than yours, but I will not. I simply will not grovel on the floor. I couldn't possibly think or work that way.
You're a very difficult woman. From now on, you shall take care that your head shall never be higher than mine. If I shall sit, you shall sit. If I shall kneel, you shall kneel, etc., etc., etc.
Very well.
Is promise?
Is promise.
Good. To his royal presidency of the United States of America, Abraham Lincoln, etc., etc., you think so? It has occurred to us. It has occurred to us. It has occurred to us that if several young male elephants were let loose in the forests of America, after a while they would be able to increase their numbers to the point that they would be
Your
usable.
Majesty, just male elephants?
You put in details. Tonight my mind is on other matters, very important matters.
Anything you wish to discuss with me, Your Majesty?
Why would I want to discuss important matters with women?
Very well, then I will say good night.
Good night.
Good night. Your Majesty,
What?
when the boat arrived from Singapore,
Singapore, huh?
was there any news from abroad?
News. Yes, there are news. They call me a barbarian.
Who?
Certain parties would use this as an excuse to steal my country. Suppose you're Queen Victoria, and somebody tell you, King of Siam is barbarian. Would you not believe?
Well,
You will. You will because there is nobody to say otherwise.
But this is a lie.
It is a false lie.
What have you intended to do about it, Your Majesty?
You guess.
Well, if someone was sending a lie about me to England, I would do my best to get the truth back to England. Is that what you intended to do, Your Majesty?
Yes, that is what I would have intended to do. But how? How? You guess how I shall do this.
Well, when Sir Edward Ramsay arrived,
Ramsay? Ramsay?
the British diplomat,
Ah, yes. On the way here from Singapore. When he arrives here, I should take opportunity to express my opinion of English thieves, which is still Siam. I will show him who's barbarian. What is this face you put on?
my guess is that you would not fight Sir Edward.
I will know.
No, you would entertain him in a grand manner, then he would return back to the Queen and tell her you are not a barbarian.
Naturally. That is what I would have intended to do.
That's the only way to get the best of the British. Put your best foot forward. That is just an expression, Your Majesty. It means show me most intelligent men, your most beautiful women. Edward admires beautiful women.
Edward, you call him this?
Oh yes, I knew him about that before I was married.
Ah. But shall it be proper for the British dignitary to see my women with no shoes on their feet? Shall it be proper for them to put their best bare feet forward? No. Sir Edward shall return to England and tell Queen Victoria I am barbarian. Why do you not think of this?
We shall dress in European fashion.
You mean dress them in dresses?
How many ladies can I have to sew for me?
All the women in the kingdom. How many dresses?
That depends on how many ladies you choose.
You are to select which of my ladies are most like Europeans for dressing like say. Wake up everybody! Wives, etc., etc., etc. I will command Chinese artists to paint their faces very pale. You shall educate them in European customs and manners for presentation.
And I wonder how much time we have, Your Majesty.
Sir Ramsay's gunboat last reported off Songkla. How long it take depends on how many stops he made. Let's say we have 1 week.
One week, Your Majesty!
In this time, whole world was created, Moses said. How many details are I thinking so far?
We should give them a fine European dinner.
I was going to.
Oh, and a ball with music.
Music! And dancing!
And dancing.
Why are you not thinking dancing?
Oh, that's an inspired idea, Your Majesty. Oh, and we should give a play. Tubman's written a version of Uncle Tom's Cabin.
We'll give them theatrical performance. We'll show them who's barbarian. Line up. Lady Diane, at Saturday next at 9 o'clock post-meridian, we're going to give fine dinner, European dinner. You're to instruct Stuart during week that he will create eminent European dishes for tasting. I shall taste and Scusi shall taste. You're to say who's most like European lady for dressing like same. You're to make tablecloth of finest silk for very long table. Also, instruct court musicians to prepare music for dancing, etc., etc. What, am I doing all like children at this moment? Who? Mrs. Anna, we must be more scientific with children. For next week, the men and women of my kingdom shall work without sleeping until all is ready. And for what is not ready, every man and woman shall receive 100 strokes. Everyone must know this, Lady Tiang. Tell this to everyone. Above all, I must not be muddled by anything.
Look, Your Majesty!
Fireworks! Fireworks at this hour of the morning. Nobody may order fireworks with me.
Your Majesty, the British, the gunboat.
They attack.
No, they salute, and we answer with fireworks. It is Sir Edward Ramsay and his party.
Now?
No, they must have come direct from Songkla. No stops.
No, stop, Your Majesty!
Tell them to go back. We're not ready.
Your Majesty.
You do not know. I have best idea I ever get.
Oh, still we can do it, Your Majesty. You can do it, Your Majesty.
When the British arrive, we shall put them to bed. The next morning, we shall take them on a sightseeing trip.
Oh, work. We only have 18 hours, but I shall do it somehow.
I shall do it. You shall help me.
Very well, Your Majesty.
No one shall sleep tonight or tomorrow. We shall work even when the sun shines in the middle of the day. We shall... priest, come. First we must pray. We must ask for help from Buddha. Pray to him. Bow to him. Bow. Bow. O Buddha, give us the aid of your strength and your wisdom.
O Buddha, give us aid of your strength and your wisdom.
And help us to convince the visiting English that we are an extraordinary and remarkable people.
And help us to convince the visiting English that we are extraordinary and remarkable people.
Help also Mrs. Anna to stay awake for scientific sewing of dresses, even though she be only a woman and a Christian, and therefore unworthy of your interest.
Your Majesty!
Stay away from scientific sewing of dresses.
Your head shall never be higher than mine. Promise is a promise. And Buddha, I promise I shall give this unworthy woman a house. A house of her own, a brick residence, adjoining the royal palace. According to agreement, etc., etc., etc.
Ladies, clear everything away quickly now.
Lady Tian, what is this costume? Here is west and here is east.
I have too much work to do. I cannot move fast in swollen skirt.
Lady Tiang, why must we dress like this? We're British?
Because whatever Mrs. Anna wants is wise and good. But this is a puzzlement. To prove we're not barbarians, they dress us up like savages. To prove we're not barbarians, we wear a funny skirt. Barbarians, they dress us up like savages. To prove we're not barbarians, we wear a funny skirt. Western people funny, Western people funny, Western people funny. Americans slow down, they're so sentimental. About the Oriental, they always like to turn us inside down and upside out. Upside out and inside
Put them on the table for me. Thank you. Now, ladies, turn around and let me see how you look. Oh, very pretty. Now, let's get ready for your curtsy. I forgot they have no undergarments on.
What is your undergarments at this time?
Of great importance, Your Majesty.
Are you wearing undergarments?
Of course, Your Majesty.
The woman has no legs. It's useless to pretend. Wear with a solid skirt.
The wide skirt is symbolic. It is a circle within which a female is protected.
Englishmen are so aggressive. I did not know.
I said it was symbolic.
Ah, these undergarments. They are devised in a symbolic and ornamental manner, yes?
Sometimes.
Ah, this is what you're going to wear.
Why, yes, Your Majesty. Do you like it?
Are you sure this is what the other visiting ladies shall look like?
Yes, I am certain this is what the other ladies shall look like.
You're certain this is customary, etc., etc., etc.?
Yes, I am certain it is customary. What is so extraordinary about my bare shoulders? Why, even your own lady.
Oh, yes, but it's different. They do not wear so many coverings up on other parts of the body, and therefore...
Therefore, what?
Is different.
I'm sorry, His Majesty just does not approve.
I do not say I do not approve, but I do say...
Majesty, the English, they're in palace.
They will eat us! They will eat us! Please, no! They will do no such a thing!
Here is a list of subjects you are to bring up for talk. On such subjects, I am very brilliant and will make excellent impression. You begin with Moses.
And remember, Your Majesty, that Cartwright is the editor of the newspaper in Singapore. Eagle Eye!
My monocle? Was that what frightened them? Anna, my dear, how lovely to see you.
Hi, Edward.
Who?
Your Majesty may present Sir Edward Ramsay.
Your Majesty.
I am sorry, sir, my ladies have not given good impression.
On the contrary, Your Majesty, I've never received so good an impression. Most attractive pupils, Anna.
Tomorrow you must meet my younger pupils, His Majesty's children.
I shall be delighted. How many children have you, Your Majesty?
I have only 77, but I'm not married very long. Next month, expecting 3 more.
Ah, no problem at all finding an heir to the throne, is there? I suppose I should apologize for wandering into the room like this. The rest of the party got ahead of me and...
I am so glad you came to visit, Edward. To visit His Majesty, of course.
It was your postscript to His Majesty's...
Postscript?
Weren't you happy he came to visit Your Majesty?
I was happy.
Your Majesty, Dinner is about to be served. I would first like to present your guest to you in the reception room.
Dinner.
Have you met?
Your Excellency.
Thank you. Hello.
Anna, my dear, you're looking lovelier than ever.
Thank you.
Found a job to do, huh? People who need you. That's it, isn't it?
How did you know?
Extraordinary how one gets attached to people who need one. Do you hear that? Do you know that we danced to that once? Bombay.
Oh, you remember.
Still dance?
Not very often.
You should.
Edward, I think we better be...
Are you sure you don't ever get homesick?
No, Edward. As I said, I have no one there. No one there at all.
Anna, do you remember that I once asked you to marry me before Tom came along?
Oh, dear Edward.
Dancing after dinner.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid I got to talking over old times.
It was my impression that Mrs. Anna would be of help in seating of guests at dinner table.
In that case, we better be going in. Anna?
Yes, we better be going in, Anna.
Princess Tuptim, King and his English guests are on way to Theatre Pavilion. Should you not be there to begin your play?
I was memorizing my
I
lines.
think not, Princess. I have seen you and Luto together. I do not tell King for his sake. I do not wish to hurt him. But your lover will leave Siam tonight. Now go to the theater, Princess.
Touch him.
Turn back. I'm here behind the shadow of the wall. I will stay here till she turns the corner. She said you will leave Siam tonight. Is it true?
It's true, Tuptim. They ordered me on the first ship that leaves for Burma. That's tonight.
What will we do?
You're coming with me.
I?
Secret police will be at the theater tonight. Meet me here. All is arranged.
I can't believe it.
I can. It'll be just as I have pictured it 1,000,000 times. I have dreamed, and your arms are lovely. I have dreamed, what a joy you be. I have dreamed, every word you whisper when you're close.
being too reckless, I thought.
Yes, I will go, but I must say goodbye to you now, Mrs. Anna.
My goodness, you would think that I would never see her again.
We are leaving tonight, Mrs. Anna.
How?
Do not ask me how. You do not want to know. I'll never forget you, Mrs. Anna. Never.
God bless you both.
Your Majesty, an honorable guest, I beg to put before you Small House of Uncle Thomas.
Small house of Uncle Thomas. Small house of Uncle Thomas. Written by a woman, Harriet Beecher Stowe.
Houses in Kingdom of Kentucky, ruled by most wicked king in all America, Simon of Legree. Your Majesty, I beg to put before you loving friends. Uncle Thomas,
Dear old Uncle Thomas.
Little Eva,
Blessed little Eva.
Little Topsy,
Mischief maker Topsy.
happy people.
Very happy people.
Happy people. Happy people. Your Majesty, I beg to put before you one who is not happy, the slave, Eliza.
Poor Eliza. Poor Eliza. Poor unfortunate slave.
Eliza's Lord and Master, King Simon of Legree. She hates her Lord and Master and fears him. This king has sold her lover to faraway province of Ohio. Lover's name is George.
George.
Baby in her arms also called George.
George.
Eliza says she run away and look for lover George.
George.
So she bid goodbye to friends and start on her escape. The escape.
Eliza. Poor Eliza.
Eliza very tired. Your Majesty, I regret to put before you King Simon of Legree. Because one slave has run away, Simon beating every slave. Simon, clever man. He decided to hunt Eliza not only with soldiers, but with scientific dogs who sniff and smell and thereby discover all who run from king.
Run! Run from Simon, run! Run, Eliza! Run, run! Run from Simon! Run, run! Poor Eliza! Run from Simon! Eliza, run! Eliza, run from Simon! Run! Eliza, run!
Poor Eliza!
Eliza, run from Simon! Run! Run, Eliza! Run from Simon! Run, Eliza! Run from Simon! Run, Eliza! Run! Run!
Eliza, come to river! Eliza, come to river! Who can save her?
Only Buddha! 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 Save her, Buddha! Save her, Buddha! Save her! What will Buddha do?
Buddha make a miracle. Buddha send an angel down. Angel make the wind blow cold. Make the river water hard, hard enough to walk upon.
Buddha make a miracle. Praise to Buddha.
Angel showed her how to walk on frozen water. across the river, hidden by this veil of lace. Forgot to tell you name of miracle, snow. Of a sudden, she can see wicked Simon of the Greek sliding across the river fast with his bloodhounds. What has happened to the river? Buddha has called out the sun. Simon and make happy reunion. Topsy say, I specs I do wickedest critter in the world. But I do not believe that Topsy is wicked critter, because I too am glad for death of king, of any king who pursues a slave who is unhappy and wishes to join her lover. And your majesty, I wish to say to you, your majesty, and honorable guests, I will tell you end of story. Is very sad ending. Buddha has saved Eliza, but with the blessings of Buddha also comes sacrifice.
Great success, Your Majesty. I enjoyed Princess Tuptim's play immensely.
The play did not succeed with me. It is immoral for a king to drown while pursuing slave and deceive. Immoral the world of art. Tuptim shall know of my displeasure.
Your conversation at dinner this evening was most amusing.
I was forced to laugh myself. I was so funny.
Queen Victoria should be glad to know that we've come to such felicity of agreement regarding Siam.
And very happy I am thereof. Very happy.
And now, with your permission, I shall take my leave. Anna. It was lovely to see you again.
Goodbye, Edward.
Goodbye.
Well, Your Majesty,
It's all over.
it's been a very hot night. May I remove my shawl? I am so pleased about everything.
I'm aware of your interest. I wish to say that you have been of great help in this endeavor. And I wish to make a gift. Hope you will accept. Put it on, finger. Put it on, put it on, put it on.
Your Majesty, I do not know what to say.
When one does not know what to say, it is time to be silent. A white elephant has been found in the forest of Ayutthaya.
Oh, you regard this as a good omen, don't you?
Yes, everything going well with us.
Oh, everything is going well with us.
Who?
It's on, Your Majesty.
Wait. Come.
Your Majesty,
Well.
secret police are here. They will make report to you.
Please wait here.
Secret police?
Your finger shines.
Oh, yes, it is a gift from His Majesty, your king. Girls in my country usually don't accept such gifts, but of course he is the king. But it puts me in a rather difficult position. I was planning to ask him for a raise, but now...
But now it will be difficult to ask.
Exactly. Would you mind talking to him about my raise?
I think I shall do this for you. For this is a strange world in which men and women are very blind about things nearest to them.
Thank you, even though I don't understand.
No, but it does not matter. And I do not think you will raise your salary anyway.
Good news and bad news come together. You please stay up all night until we have further report on item of Tupkin.
I have intended to do so, Your Majesty.
And I shall say good night to Your Majesty.
No, I wish to talk with you.
Is there something wrong with Tufton?
I do not know, nor do I consider this the most important thing I have to say to you. It is more important that the English think highly of me. Secret police have served coffee after dinner and listen what they talk and report conversation to me.
You've been spying on your guest, Your Majesty?
How else can you learn truth?
Oh.
It appears I have made excellent impression. It is clear they do not think of me as barbarian.
Oh, this is what you intended to prove.
What we intended to prove. Tupkin,
Is there something wrong with her?
she is missing from Paris. Do you know something of this?
The last time I saw her was in the theater pavilion.
That's the last time anyone has seen her. She does not talk to you of running away?
I knew she was unhappy.
Unhappy? Why unhappy? She's in Palace of King. What greater honor for a young girl than to be in Palace of King?
If Tufton is caught, shall she be punished?
Naturally. What would you do if you were in my position, if you were a king like me?
Well, I believe I would not be too harsh, and I would give her a chance to explain. Your Majesty, what difference is one girl like Tufton? She is no different from any other girl. Like a bowl of rice is no different from any other bowl of rice.
Now you understand about women. The British poets.
You've been reading poetry, Your Majesty.
Out of curiosity over this concept of love, etc., etc., I tell you this poetry is nonsense and a silly complication of a pleasant simplicity. A woman is a female who is human, designed for pleasing man, the human male. A human male is pleased by many women, and all the rest you hear is fairy tale.
Then tell me how this fairy tale began, sir. You cannot call it just a poet's trick. Explain to me why many men are faithful, and true to only one wife.
They are sick.
But you do expect women to be faithful.
Naturally.
Why naturally?
Because it is natural. It is like old Siamese rhyme. A girl is be like a blossom with honey for just one man. A man must live like honey bee and gather all he can. To fly from blossom to blossom, a honeybee must be free. But blossom must not ever fly from bee to bee to bee.
You consider this sensible poetry, Your Majesty?
Oh, certainly. Listen to this. From your own poet, Alfred Tennyson.
Oh, yes.
Now falls the lily all her sweetness up, and slips into the bosom of the lake. So fold thyself, my dearest thou, and slip into my bosom. English girls are so acrobatic.
Your Majesty, I don't know if I can ever make it clear to you. We do not look at human as females as human females. They are, well, take yourself, for example. You are not just a human male.
I'm king.
Exactly. So every man is a king, and every woman is a queen when they love one another.
This is simply idea.
Oh, it's a beautiful ideal, Your Majesty. And a young girl at her first dance.
Young girl? They dance too? Like I see tonight, in arms of men not their husbands?
Oh, yes.
I would never permit it.
Oh, it's very exciting. You're sitting on a small gilt chair, terrified that you'll be a wallflower, and suddenly you see 2 black shoes, a white waistcoat, and a face, and it speaks. Just been introduced. I do not know you well, but when the music started, something drew me to your side. So many men and girls are in each other's arms. It made me think we might be severally occupied. Shall we dance on a bright cloud of music? Shall we fly? Shall we dance? Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye? Oh, perchance, the last little star that left the sky. Shall we still be together with arms around each other? And shall you be my new romance? On the clear understanding this is mine to make and have. Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Ooh, la 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 la.
Why do you stop? Be desperate. Go on, go on, go on.
Your Majesty, I didn't. After all, a girl would not dance while a man was looking on.
But she will dance with a strange man, holding hands, etc., etc.
Yes, but not always a strange man. Sometimes a very good friend.
Good. We dance together. You show me. You teach, you teach, you teach.
It's very simple. The polka goes 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and.
Shall we fly? Follow the music. Shall we fly?
1, 2, 3, and.
Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3, and.
Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye?
1, 2, 3, and all the chance. When the last little star has leave the sky.
Shall we still be together with arms around each other? And shall you be my new
Romance.
on the clear understanding that this
Kind of thing can happen. Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
1,
2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What's wrong? What's wrong? I don't know. I'm making an end. This time I remember.
You're doing
1, 2,
splendid,
3.
Your Majesty.
Splendid. 1, 2, and you throw me a count. This is not right.
Yes, it was just like that.
No. That's not the way I see Europeans dancing tonight.
Yes, it was just like that.
No. We're not holding 2 hands like this.
Oh.
Mr. White, no, without waiting.
We have found Tupton.
Where is she?
Secret police are questioning her.
Now that you found her, what will you do with her?
I will do with her what is normally done at such an event.
What is that?
When it happens, you will know.
Mrs. Otter, please don't let them be. Please.
She was found on Chinese sailing ship. See, she wears disguise of religious student.
Who gave you this robe? Who?
It is believed she was running away with men who bring her here from Burma.
Dishonor, dishonor, dishonor.
He was not found on boat.
Where is this man?
I do not know.
You will tell us where you will find him. You will tell us.
I do not know.
It is believed you were lovers with this
I
man.
was not lovers with that man.
Dishonor. We'll soon know the truth about this man. Hoy!
Mrs. Otter.
Stop it! Stop it! Make him stop!
It would be better at once if you understood that this matter does not concern you.
But it does! It does! Not only because of her, but more because of you.
You waste my time.
She didn't break your heart. She ran away because she was unhappy. Can't you understand that? You never loved anyone and you never shall.
I show you. Give to me.
You are a barbarian.
Hold this girl. I do know myself.
I cannot believe you're going to do this dreadful thing.
You don't believe it? Maybe you believe if you hear her screaming as you run down the hall. Hold this girl. Down, down, down.
You are a barbarian.
Am I king or am I not king? Do I conquer my own palace? I take orders from English school teacher?
No, not orders.
Silence. I'm king as I was born to be. And I am to be governed in my own way. Not English way, not French way, not Chinese way. My way. Barbarian, you say? There is no barbarian worse than a weak king. And I am a strong king, you hear? Strong!
The man, the lover, he has been found. He is dead. No! Dead! Then I shall join him soon.
Ah! I shall never understand you or your majesty. I shall never understand him.
You have destroyed him. You have destroyed King. He cannot be anything. You have taken all this away from him. You have destroyed him. You have destroyed King.
The next boat that goes to Mexico, no matter where it goes, I shall be on it. Give this back to your majesty.
I wish you had never come to Siam.
Oh, so do I. So do I.
Oh, Captain Arden, your ship has docked in time, so we're coming the 11th France to Bangkok.
Ah, the White Elephant, eh? So that's it. I just saw the young prince a while ago. Where's the king? He wasn't in the procession.
Oh, the king? The king is ill, very ill. He has been ill for many months.
Your Highness, go no further, go no further. What is this you say? Your father's worse. Worse? You are to return to palace at once. Go on with the procession. Mother, the Prime Minister told me you were here. I think it was Susanna and Louis have already left for the boat.
No, Chula Longhorn. Some of their boxes are still here. The servants tell me that they will be back soon.
Mother, what is it with my father?
It is his heart. And for some time now, he does not seem to want to live.
Mother, I am frightened. I'm frightened because I love my father. And also, if he dies, I shall become king. And I do not know how to be.
Many men learn this after they become kings.
I have been thinking much on the things Mrs. Annie used to tell us in the classroom. Of slavery. Also what she has said of religion. And how it is good and noble concern that each man find for himself that which is right and which is wrong.
These are good things to remember, my son. It will also be good for you to remember the one who taught them.
Too long for me.
Oh, Lady Tian, how nice of you to come down and say goodbye. I was down at the dock making sure that my boxes got on. Captain Orton said we must sail with the tide.
Mrs. Anna, I did not only come to say goodbye. I come for one who must see you. You must come to him. When he heard that you were sailing today, he began to write this letter. All day he has been writing. It was very difficult for him, Mrs. Anna, very difficult. He has commanded that I bring this to you.
Please read it to all of us. I would like to hear what my father has said.
While I'm lying here, I think perhaps I die.
This part, which you say I have not done, is a matter of concern. It occurs to me that there shall be nothing wrong that men shall die, for all that shall matter about man is that he shall have tried his utmost best. But I do not wish to die without saying this gratitude, etc., etc. I think it is strange that a woman shall have been most earnest help of all. But, Mrs. Anna, you must remember that you have been a very difficult woman, and much more difficult than generality.
I shall go to him.
I will see if he is awake. I will let him know you are here.
Mother, I thought you and the king were very angry with each other.
We were, Louis.
Now he's dying. Does that make you better friends?
I suppose it does. We cannot hurt each other any longer.
I didn't know he hurt you.
Do it, Louis. When people are as different as we are, someone is always bound to get hurt.
You always frighten me.
Oh, I wish you could have known him better. You two could have become great friends. In some ways, he was just as young as you.
Was he as good a king as he could have been?
Louis, no man is as good as king as he could have been. Oh, but this one tried very hard. Very hard indeed.
You really like him, don't you, Mother?
Oh, I like him very much. Very much indeed.
Many months I did not see you, Mr. Anna. Now I die.
Oh, no, Your Majesty.
This is not scientific, Mrs. Anna. I know if I die or I do not die. You're leaving Siam. When?
Very soon. In fact, I can only stay a few minutes more.
You are glad to this? People of Siam, royal children, etc., etc., are not glad to this. They are in great affliction at your departure.
I shall miss them.
You shall miss them. But you are leaving. I too am leaving. But I'm not leaving by walking onto a boat with my own 2 feet. I'm just leaving. Why is your head above mine? I'm not afraid of what has happened to me. You teach Chulalongkorn. Chulalongkorn teach me. Make believe you brave. It's a good idea, always.
And you are brave, Your Majesty. You're very brave.
It is something belonging to you. Put it on, finger. Put it on. Please wear it always. Ah, my children. Come, come, come. Good evening, my children.
Good evening, my father.
Hush, children. Did you come to see your father or Mrs. Anna?
It is all right, Lady Tiang. It is suitable. Was it not said to me that one of the children had written a farewell letter to Mrs. Anna?
Yes. Princess Ying Yaowa has composed a letter to Mrs. Anna. She cannot write. She only make up words.
Speak letter now. Say it, say it, say it.
Dear friend and teacher, my goodness gracious, do not go away. We are in great need of you. We are
Hush, children. When you're afraid, make believe you're brave. You show them how to do it. You teach them. Make it last thing you teach.
Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my hand tight. I whistle happy tune, and no one notices. While shivering in my shoes, I string the carrots close, and whistle happy tune. I'm afraid.
You see? When you're afraid, make believe you're brave. And you whistle. Whistle. You show them how.
Boat, it is time.
Louis, go tell Captain Orton to take her boxes off and put them back into our house.
Silence! There's no reason for doing of this demonstration for school teacher realizing her duty, for which I pay her exorbitant monthly salary of 25 pounds. Furthermore, this is disorganized behavior for bedroom of dying king. Chulanghorn, rise. Mrs. Anna, you take notes. You take notes from next king. Well, suppose you are king. There's nothing you would do.
I will make proclamations.
Yes, yes.
First, I would proclaim for coming of New Year. Fireworks. Also, boat races.
Boat races. Why would you have boat races with New Year's celebration?
I like boat races. And Father, I would make second proclamation.
Yes, what is it? What is second proclamation? Make it, make it, make it.
Regarding custom of bowing to king, in fashion of lowly toad, causing embarrassing fatigue of body, and degrading experience for soul, etc., etc., etc. This is a bad thing, I believe. You are angry with me, my father?
Why do you ask the question? When you are king, you are king. You do not ask question of a dying man, nor of woman. This proclamation against bowing I believe to be entirely your fault.
Oh, I hope so, Your Majesty. I certainly hope so.
Up! Rise up!
Up, 2 lines, like soldiers. It has been said that there shall be no bowing for showing respect of king. It has been said by one who has been trained for royal government.
No bowing like toad, no crouching, and no crawling. This does not mean, however, that you do not show respect for your king. You will stand with shoulders square back and chin high, like this. You will bow to me, the gentleman, in this way, only bending the waist. The ladies will make this.